Okay, good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss worksheet for CBC 1 students. चलिए, let's start with the first question. What it says? Which of the following property is the characteristics of a solid? Right? So here we are going to discuss about, this question is based on solid, liquid and gas and their basic properties. Okay, so it is about solid, liquid and gas. What is saying? Fixed shape and fixed volume. For solid, we have, if we look at solid, all the molecules are closely packed. They have a strong force of attraction, so they will have fixed shape, they will have fixed volume. Why it will be there? Because of strong force of attraction. Between the particles. Right? In case of liquid, what happens? In case of liquid and gas, this force of attraction is very weak. That means one particle will not be bonded with the another particle with that strong force of attraction, and that's why they will not be holding in a fixed shape or fixed volume. Okay, so what is our correct option? Option 1 will be our correct answer. Next, the process of solid directly converting into gas. What is this? Solid you are converted to gas. This is change of state. You can convert solid to liquid or from liquid to gas. Right now, when you are moving from solid to liquid, this is called as melting. Liquid to gas is vaporization. Now, when we go back from gas to liquid, this will be condensation. This one is freezing. And if you are going directly from gas to solid, this is deposition. And directly from solid to gas, that will be sublimation. Okay? So here they are asking from solid to gas directly. What it will be? Sublimation. Option 1 will be our correct answer. Question number 3. Which of the following is characteristic property of liquid? Again we are talking about the same thing, solid, liquid and gas. So here what will happen? Now if we compare liquid and gas, here we have a weak force of attraction and here very weak force. Now, molecules or particles or liquid are having weak force of attraction, but they are so strong that at least they can hold to each other, they can cling to each other. That's why when you have a liquid, what will happen? They will have fixed volume. Volume will remain fixed. Molecules are not allowed to move to increase their intermolecular gap. What happens in gases? In gases, the force of attraction is so weak that particles can move apart from each other. Their intermolecular gaps can increase or decrease as per the container. So they will have variable volume and variable shape. Whereas liquid, here we will have fixed shape, fixed volume, variable shape. They will take the shape of the container in which they are kept in, but overall volume will remain same. Why? Because the molecules have that much force of attraction so that they can't increase their intermolecular gap. They can't change their intermolecular gap. Okay? So what will be our correct option? It will have fixed volume and variable shape. Option 3 will be our correct option. 4. The process of converting a liquid into solid. Now what we are going to do, liquid to solid. How can we do it? By freezing. Option 1 will be our correct answer. Which of the following is a mixture? Now what is mixture? Mixture is when you are mixing 2 or 3 substances, mixing 2 or more than 2 substances physically. This is a physical mixing of substance. It can be either homogeneous or heterogeneous. Now let's check first one. When you talk about water, what it is? It is a compound. Now when we are talking about water, don't take it as natural water. If we take natural water, if I take a glass of water from the pond, then it will be a mixture. Why? Because natural water, if it is written, then it will consist of dissolved salt, some salts will be dissolved, some impurities will be dissolved, and dissolved gases. So natural water will be a mixture. But when we are just writing water over here, what does that mean? It means it will always have a fixed composition, that is H2O. It will be fixed. Whatever amount of water you are taking, it will always have hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 2:1 by number, and it will have same property. So it is a compound, it is not a mixture. Oxygen, again it is an element, it is a pure substance, so it will also not be a mixture. Air is a mixture, because in air you have oxygen, nitrogen and rest other gases, right? It is approximately 21%, it is approximately 78%, rest other gases, CO2 is there, CH4 is there, noble gases are there, all are mixing up to 1%. So it is a mixture of 2 or more than 2 different components, and they have their own property, they show their own property even in the mixing composition. That's why that will be a mixture. So option 3 will be our correct answer. Number of protons in an element is same as number of protons. Now if I write any element like this, ZA, what does this represent? Z is our atomic number. A is our mass number, right? Now Z is equal to number of proton. Z will be equal to number of proton, that is also equal to number of electron in neutral element. If you have a neutral element, let's say oxygen, hydrogen, whatever we have, then number of proton and number of electron are same, that is equal to Z, right? So number of neutrons, no. Number of mass number of electrons, mass of elements, no. Mass number, no. Atomic number, yes. So option 3 will be our correct answer. Which of the following is true for compounds? Okay, they are always homogeneous. Now what is a compound? When you mix 2 or more than 2 substances, they react chemically, they form a new substance. If I am mixing A plus B in such a way that any substance C is formed does not have property of A or B, okay, that is known as compound, right? So they are always homogeneous. What does this word homogeneous means? That means they will have same composition throughout the substance. They will have same property. Every molecule will have a distinct property, and that will be same for all other molecules. So they are always homogeneous, yes. Compounds are always homogeneous. They consist of 2 or more types of elements chemically bonded. This is also correct, because when we are mixing 2 or more than 2 substances, then if they are going physical interaction, that will be a mixture. If they are undergoing chemical bonding, if they have chemical bonding, then what will happen? They will have a different property from their composition. If they are mixed physically, then this C will show some property of A, some property of B. It will not same as the property of, so it will not totally different from property of A and B. So they are chemically bonded, yes. They consist of two or more types of substance physically mixed. Physical mixing of substance is a formation of mixture. They are not chemically bonding. They are not forming a new substance. Right? They have properties similar to the element that form them. No. Again, this fourth option is a description of a mixture. Because when you are mixing two or more than two substances and they are having, for example, now if I am taking water and I am adding sugar into it, I am forming a syrup. It will have the property of water as well as sugar. There is no chemical bonding between both of them. That's why this will be a mixture, a homogeneous mixture. But if I am reacting this H2O with sodium and it gives us NaOH, now this NaOH will not have the property of sodium and hydrogen and water. It will be totally different from both of them. Here sodium and H2O is undergoing chemical bonding. And due to this bonding, a new substance is formed that will have properties different from both the composition. So here in fact option 1 and 2 both are correct. Electronic configuration of neutral oxygen atom. If I talk about oxygen atom, how many electrons we have? 8. So 8 electron I am going to fill as 1s, 2, 2s, 2, 2p, 4. Right now, what we are following over here? We are following a Bohr principle that says electron will be filled from lower energy to higher energy. So first you are following a Bohr principle, then you are going to fill Pauli's rule. What is that? Electrons are filled in an orbital in such a way that no two electron can have all the 4 quantum numbers same. They can't be same. All 4 quantum numbers can't be same. That means we can have maximum 2 electron, right? And last, we have Hund's rule that says electrons are filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. That means when you are filling electron over here, you will have 2 electron like this. You have 2 electron like this. Now if we talk about 2p4, so 1, 2, 3, we filled it parallelly and then we will go for anti-parallel filling of electron. So its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. And if we go by diagram, then it should be like this, or you can also fill this like this. Okay, this half arrow up or down is representing our spin plus half or minus half. So they should be parallel and then they can be anti-parallel. Chaliye, move to the next one. Which of the following orbital is associated with angular momentum quantum number L of 1? What is this angular quantum number? Angular quantum number 1. It represents shape of the orbital, right? Of orbitals. Different value of L is representing a different shape of orbital. For example, L can be 0, L can be 1, L can be 2 and so on, L can be 3. Where 0 represents S, 1 represents P, 2 represents D, 3 represents F. What are the shape? For S, we have spherical shape. For P, we have dumbbell shape. For D, it is double dumbbell. And for F, it will be diffused on all 3 axes. So what they are asking, L equals to 1. L equals to 1 was representing what, beta? It is representing p orbital, dumbbell shaped, right? So option 2 will be our correct option. An isotope refers to atom of the same element that have same number of protons but different number. What is an isotope? What does an isotope represent? Isotopes represent elements with same atomic number but different mass number. Right? Same atomic number but different mass number. So if I have same atom, what is Z beta? That is number of proton equals to Z. And what is A? That is equals to number of proton plus number of neutron. Right? Number of proton plus number of neutron. Now what they have said, that these refer to the atom of the same element having same number of proton. Number of proton is same. Why? Because atomic number is same, right now? So Z is same, number of proton is same, but A is different. If A is different, then what can be different in this? Number of neutrons, right? So our correct option will be 3. Okay, now they have same number. Now atoms of the same element have same number of proton. That means same number of proton means what? Same atomic number, but different number of neutrons. And if neutron is different, then their mass is also different. They have similar chemical properties, not completely different. Number of electrons will be same, so these two are wrong. Now you can also go for this atomic mass. Because if number of neutrons are different, number of protons are same, then overall mass number will also differ. Okay? Chaliye, let's move to the next one. Electronic configuration of an atom follows which principle? Electronic configuration, what is this? Arrangement of electron. It is nothing but arrangement of electron in orbitals. Now for filling an electron into the orbitals, when you fill an electron into the orbitals, there we have to follow 3 different layer of rules. That is, first one, electron must go from lower energy to higher energy. It must be filled from lower energy to higher energy. And how we check the energy? On the basis of N plus L rule. How we check the energy? We add the value of principal quantum number and angular quantum number. Higher the value, more the energy. Lower the value, less the energy. Okay? So this principle was given by Aufbau. The first principle that we have to follow while filling the orbital. Because whatever orbital you will select first, that will depend upon the energy of the orbital. And energy of orbital is depending on N plus L. And if N plus L is same, then we check it on the value of N only. Larger N, more energy. So first principle is Aufbau principle. So now we have selected the orbitals in which we have to fill the electrons. Good enough. Now what will be the second thing? Any orbital can have maximum 2 electron. Have maximum 2 electron. Any orbital of, when I have selected the orbital, what we have to check? How many electrons can we fill into that orbital? Right? So we have large number of electrons, we are going to fill into the atomic orbitals. So now I have selected the orbitals. Now our second level will be, how many electrons can I put into that orbital? That will be depending upon Pauli's rule. What does that say? That any orbital can have maximum 2 electron. And it has been derived from Pauli's theory, that is, no 2 electrons can have all four quantum numbers same. The second rule that we are going to follow is Pauli's exclusion principle. Now we have fixed the number of electrons that will be filled. Now the last one, what it goes for, Hund's rule, what it says, electrons are filled parallelly first and then anti-parallelly. So when you are filling an electron into the orbital, when you are writing the electronic configuration, we have to go by 3 layers. First layer will be our Bohr principle, that means we will go from lower energy to higher energy. Then we have second rule, that is Pauli's, that means any orbital can have maximum of 2 electrons. Third, we will have Hund's rule, that says electrons will be filled parallelly and then it will fill anti-parallelly. So all 3 will be followed. So option 4 will be our correct answer. Chaliye, let's move to the next one. The process by which a gas is directly converted into a solid. As we have already discussed, you can convert solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and or directly from solid to gas, or directly from gas to liquid, or you can go in the reverse way also. Right? From solid to gas directly is sublimation, and from gas to solid directly is deposition. Right now? So our best option over here will be 1. Atomic number of an element is determined by the number of. Now atomic number of any element, ZA. What is this Z? Who finds that what will be the value of Z? Now Z will be number of proton. In some case it is also equal to number of electron when element is neutral. But for anything, for example, I am saying O minus 2. Now here number of proton is equal to Z, whereas number of electron equals to Z minus of charge. What is Z over here? Number of proton, that is 8. So it will be 10. 8 minus of minus 2. Right now? So in all the case, Z will be equal to number of proton. In neutral one, it will be number of electron equal to number of proton equal to Z. So best answer will be proton. If it has been given that we have a neutral element, then we can also go for option 3. Okay? But if it is not neutral, then only proton will decide what will be our atomic number. Next question. Which of the following pair is an isobar? Now in iso series you have studied isobar. What is isobar? Isobar is same mass number but different atomic number. Mass number is same, but atomic number is different. That is isotope. Sorry, isobar. For isotope, what we had? In fact, some options had wrong over here, not correctly written. Okay, let's see. Isotope is what? Same atomic number but different mass number. So if you look at first two options, they have not given it correct. What it should be? It should be 614, 714. And here it should be 816. And here it should be 612 or 614, whatever they can give. Okay? We will have either 14 or 12. Because carbon has two isotopes. Carbon can be 12 or carbon can be 14. Right? Now if you look at option 4, what we have? Different atomic number, different mass number, can't be. Here again it will be 6, 7, can't be. Here this will be our isotope. Sorry, isobar. This will not be. So the options are not correctly written over here, just rectify it. This option should be like this, and then option 2 will be our correct answer. Right now? Question number 15. Which is an example of isoelectronic pair? What do you mean by isoelectronic? Isoelectronic means same number of electrons. Isoelectronic means same number of electrons. And what is the formula for number of electrons? Number of electrons equals to Z minus charge. Okay. Now, for the first one, we have O2. Again, this one is wrong. O2 minus. Okay. So, O2 minus, here we will have 8 minus of minus 2, that is 10. For fluorine minus, it will be 9 minus of minus 1, that is 10. Atomic number minus charge. What is charge? Minus 2. Fluorine 9 minus charge, minus of minus 1, 10. Right now? Again for O2 minus, already I have given Na plus. Atomic number minus charge, that is 10. Mg plus 2. Atomic number minus charge, that is 10. So in fact, all the options over here, option 1, 2, 3, all have same number of electrons. All of them will be called as isoelectronic. So option 4, that is all of the above, that will be our correct option. The number of electrons in a neutral magnesium and magnesium 12, 24. If it is neutral, that means what? Number of electron will be equal to number of proton, and this number of proton equals to Z. So option 1 will be our correct answer. How many neutrons are there in an isotope of carbon? What is isotope, beta? Isotope is same atomic number, different mass number. Now carbon, if you see, carbon has two different isotopes, C6, C14. Now atomic number is same, that means what? Number of proton will be same. And what is mass number? Mass number is nothing but number of proton plus number of neutron. Okay now? So it will be 14 minus number of proton 6, that is our number of neutron. That is 8. What is the electronic configuration of an element with atomic number 11? Atomic number 11, that means we are talking about sodium. Atomic number 11, mass number is 23. So number of electrons will be 11. We will start filling from the least one. First orbital to be filled will be 1s. How many we can fill over here? 2. Second orbital to be filled will be 2s. How many electrons can we fill here? 2. Then after 2s, how many electrons can we fill in 2p? That is 6. And then in 3s, we will have 1. Right now, we are going from lower energy to higher energy. First 1s, then 2s, then 2p. Okay. Now in 3s, I can have 2 electrons. But here, we have only 1 left, so I have put over here. Its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So best option will be 2. Now let's move to the next one. Which of the following is an example of physical change? Physical change means what? When you are converting A to B, when we are converting any substance from A to B and we write it as physical change. That means B can be again converted to A. There is no chemical reaction, there is no change in the chemical composition of A. Properties of A, chemical properties of A will be same or similar in both the form A and B. And B can be again converted back to A by any simple physical process. Now let's check the question. Burning of wood. Now if you are burning a wood, that means it is getting converted to carbon or CO2, right? Wood is generally a carbon. When we burn it, it will get converted to CO2. Some gases will be released. Some unburned part of carbon will be left, right? So basically we can write this one as C plus O2 is forming CO2. Now this CO2 is not having property same as carbon and oxygen. It is not having similar property. They can't be easily converted back. A new compound is being formed. That means it is a chemical change. Burning of any substance will be a chemical change. Formation of precipitate. Formation of precipitate. For example, if I take AgNO3 with KCl, what will happen? It will form AgCl plus KNO3. Now this AgCl is a white precipitate. It will settle down. White precipitate. Precipitate means what? In any reaction, if a compound is formed, that will settle down, not in the aqueous form, it will not remain in the aqueous form, that is precipitate. Now again, if I form AgCl, then this reaction is very fast. Now AgCl is not going to get converted back to these two compounds. Okay? So it is also not a physical change. This one is also a chemical change. Freezing of water. You took water, you converted it into ice. What happened? The physical form, physical arrangement of molecule of water has changed. But nature of H2O has not changed. Water consists of H2O, ice also consists of H2O. They will have some different structure. For example, ice will have cage-like structure, more H bonding. Intermolecular gaps will be higher. That's why higher volume. So they have a little bit of physical property different. More density is less. But composition is same. And you can easily convert them into one and another by some physical change just by changing temperature. So this will go for a physical change reaction. This will be called as a physical change. Formation of rust. Again it is oxidation. Formation of rust is nothing but converting in the presence of water into Fe2O3 dot XH2O. So again, when oxygen reacts with iron in the presence of water, then it will form a new substance, a new compound with a new property, and that is again a chemical change. So only option 3 will be our correct answer. What type of bonding is in a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen gas? Now if I am talking about oxygen and nitrogen gas, then it is nothing but air. Because major composition of air, 99% more than that, that is oxygen and nitrogen. Now if I am mixing O2 and N2, now just look at the structure of oxygen and nitrogen. Both are highly stable. Here we have double bond. Here we have triple bond. So due to this triple bond, it is inert. It does not react at room temperature. Highly stable. And as it is stable, it will not react. So in the oxygen, two oxygen atoms are bonded by covalent bond. This bond is covalent. In nitrogen, again these bonds are covalent. Right? So if anyone asks what is the bond nature or nature of bond in oxygen, that is covalent. In nitrogen, that is covalent. But what they are asking, what is the type of bonding in mixture of oxygen and nitrogen? That means between this molecule and between this molecule, will there be any bond formed? No. Why? Because they are stable into themselves. We are just mixing them physically, no new reaction taking place. Right? No new bond will be formed. It will just physical mixing of substance. Okay na? So what will the option? No bonding will take place. Process of changing a solid into liquid is known as melting. How many protons are in the isotopes of carbon 14? Now if I am writing carbon 14 or carbon 12, atomic number is same as an isotope. What they will differ in? They will differ in number of neutrons, but atomic number will be same. So both will be 6. So if Z is 6, that means number of proton will be same. That will be 6 only. So option 2 will be our correct option. Which of the following is true for an element and its isotope? Okay, they have same number of proton and electron, but different number of neutron. They have different number of proton neutron, they have different number of electron neutron, they have same number of neutron electron. What is? When we are talking about, it is not about an element, it is just about an isotope. So whatever options we have here is for an isotope only, element in isotopic form. For example, if I talk about hydrogen, it is an element, right? But it consists of 3 different isotopes. So what they mean over here, that element in their isotopic form. For example, here if I talk about hydrogen, it will have H11, H12, H13. Any sample of hydrogen will have all of them. But this will be maximum. It will be very, very small in ppm, parts per million. It will be very rare, you can say. Right? So they are asking about if you have an element in their isotopic form, then in that case they have same number of proton, yes, electron, yes, but different number of neutron, yes. Why? Because they are differing in A. They are differ in A. They are same in Z. Right? So they have same number of proton and electron, but different number of neutrons. Which of the following is a property of a gas? Similar as earlier, what we can say, for any gaseous molecule, force of attraction is very weak. Very weak. So molecules are not holding each other. That means any molecule is free to move. In that case, what will happen? They will have different intermolecular gap. So their volume will be variable and their shape will also be variable. Now if you are taking some amount of gas, you are changing them into a smaller container. Or you can say, if I have a system of gas over here, right now I have added a piston, I am applying pressure on it. What will happen? Its volume will change. Why? Because molecules will come closer. They will have different intermolecular gap, and that's why it will change, right? Number of neutron in an isotope of hydrogen. As we have said, hydrogen has 3 different isotopes, H11, H12, H13. And here, number of proton, number of neutron, if we check in all of them, so it will be, for the first one, it will be 1, 0, 1, 1. For this, it will be 1, 2. What they are asking? Number of neutron in deuterium, how much we have? So option 2 will be our correct option. So that's the end. So we have completed the whole worksheet of CBC 1. हो गया, क्या करना, हो गया पूरा डिस्कशन. So we have completed this. So for few time or few moments, we will now start with any small topic. Let's discuss, we have 10-15 minutes left, 20 minutes left. So let's discuss any small topic. For example, let's start with one common problem of the student. What is mole? A little discussion. We in this worksheet, we have seen the question of atomic structure. We have seen some question of matter and their properties, right? Now next thing that will be coming up will be mole periodic table. So for a small time period, let's discuss what is mole. Now what is mole? If anyone asks you a question, what is mole, what comes up in our mind for the first time, that is a number 6.023 10 to the power 23, right? A huge number comes up in our mind, but why only this number, from where it came? Let's discuss about a little about that, how it would have started. Okay, what happened when atom was discovered? The atom was such a small particle, was a small, very small particle, right? Now as it is a particle, it can be counted, but it will have, it can be counted, it will have volume, it will have weight. Now if I say I have any atom, let's say carbon, right now I am saying it 12. But when scientists or when anyone discovered this atom, at that point of time, if I say what is the weight of carbon, we had no units to calculate the weight of carbon. Why? Because what we were dealing with, gram, kg, they are very large unit. For this, we needed a new unit. So what we did, we just took the smallest atom. If I have 20-30 different size of stones, I don't have any measuring unit. What can we do in a rough manner? We can take the smallest one, we will take it as 1 unit, I will compare it with rest of other. For example, if I have 10 stones and of different shape and size, so I will take this one as the unit, right? And I will just compare if it is 3 times heavier of this, If this unit is 1, it is approximately 3 times heavier, so it will be 3. If it is 9 times heavier, it will be 9. Similarly, what they did, they took the weight of the smallest unit and took it as 1 unit of mass of atom. A new unit was defined. Now, it is a unit of mass of atom, so they named it as atomic mass unit. So, AMU was defined. That means AMU is not an absolute thing. What we have done, we have taken one atom, hydrogen, and we have taken its weight as 1 unit. Now, what I will do, if I have to find the weight of, let's say, oxygen, what I am going to do, I am keeping oxygen at one side, hydrogen on one side, we are comparing their weight. If it is x times heavier, so its weight will be x AMU. And that was found to be 16 times heavier, so it is known as 16 AMU. Okay? But this number is an approximation. There will be a lot of errors. There was a lot of errors. To make least error or most accuracy, what we take as unit? Carbon 12 is taken as unit. We are taking carbon 12 as the unit. Now what I will say, ki 1 AMU that I have defined on the basis of hydrogen, what it will define as? 1 by 12 of C12 atoms. It is a 1 by 12th the weight of carbon 12 atom. Okay? 1 by 12 the weight of carbon 12 atom. So now, if oxygen is written as 16 AMU, what I have written 16 AMU, what I can say? It means it is 16 times heavier than the weight of 1 by 12 of C12 atom. Right now, if I am going for, let's say, if I am writing magnesium, that is 24. That means it is 24 times heavier than 1 by 12 of C12. Okay? Now, if you think, so what we are doing, we are just comparing, we have formulated one unit just for our sake and we are comparing two substances. On that basis, I am giving the weight. So, if I am writing Mg24, is it actually a absolute weight? No, it is 24 with respect to the carbon 12, 1 by 12 of carbon 12. So, this mass was known as, it is relative to something, so it was named as relative atomic mass, or that is also in short written as RAM. So, mass of one atom of any substance will be in AMU, and that mass will be known as relative atomic mass. So, what is this AMU? That we have understood. AMU was a new unit defined on the basis of weight of atoms. Which atom we have taken? Carbon 12. Why we have taken this? For our accuracy purpose. Now what, whenever we are writing any mass in AMU, that means if I am writing 24 AMU, that means one atom of Mg. If I am writing 48, 2 atoms. If I am writing 96, 4 atoms of Mg. Right now? So relative atomic mass we have got. But we can't work with AMU in real world. In real world, what we have? We have unit as gram, we have unit as kg. Right now? So, when you define one unit by another unit, you get a number. Similarly, when you will convert this gram and AMU into each other, you will get a number. So, first AMU is defined, then gram, and AMU conversion gives me a number that was named as Avogadro number. Okay. Later on, this number is taken as the unit, and this number, Avogadro number, is taken as unit for counting of atoms, and it was named as mole. Right? Now, why we are taking this number as the unit? Let's understand this. Let's say I have an element x, and its relative atomic mass is y-AMU. Any element given x, its relative atomic mass is y-AMU. If I have 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of x, then what will be the weight? y-AMU into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Now from here, what you can say, 1 gram is nothing but 1 AMU into this number. Right now? So here, if I write it as 1 into 1 AMU, this whole thing will get converted to what? Gram. Right? So it will become y gram. Now, if I take this number as the unit, then what will happen? Then we do not need to calculate the mass, it will be directly converted to gram. Right? Our calculation will be saved. That's why this number is taken as the unit and named as mole after the Greek word. It is MOL is a Greek word that means large number of substance, or heap of substance. So why this number was taken with? First, what we had taken the topic to discuss, what is mole, and we came up that mole is a number that comes in our mind, that we have studied in a book, that mole is a number, a huge number. My question or our question was that why this number, from where it came. Okay, so what we saw, that it started all with the finding the weight. We took one atom as the unit, AMU, then AMU was converted to gram, we got a number. If we take the same number as the unit, then our relative atomic mass and mass of that unit will be same, there will be no change, no calculation, that's why we took this as the unit. Right? So this is a number. Now if I compare it with any other unit, for example, if I compare it with dozen, this is also unit, that represents 12. Right? The properties of dozen and mole will be same. What does this word dozen mean? If I say 1 dozen of pen or 1 dozen of pencil, it represents 12 pencil, 12 pen. Now if I write 1 mole, it represents a number. Whatever you write after it, let's say atom, it will just multiply by that number. If I write molecules, it will just multiply by that number. If we just write electron, it will multiply by that. If I write proton, it will multiply by that. If I write pencil, it will multiply by that. So mole is nothing but a pure number. So what I understood, that mole is just a number, is just a pure number, or you can say dimensionless quantity. Okay, so it is just a pure number. It has same property as dozen. Whatever a dozen is going to do with its number 12, same mole is going to work with this number. Now, if I look at the last one, pencil, theoretically it is correct, but not feasible in real world. Why? Because 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 is such a huge number. We can't use it in the real world. We can't use it for pen, pencil, okay, ball, bulb, all those, anything that you can't count, book. You can't use this. You can use a small unit because they are large entity. For large entity, we took a small unit as number as unit. Here, atom is so small, that's why I've taken such a huge number. Generally, to understand what a huge number it is, let's say I have a piece of paper, a very thin piece of paper. I have very thin piece of paper. Let us say that is a 0.001 millimeter. Such a thin piece of paper. Now I am piling up those one over the another. How many paper I have? I have 1 mole paper. Such a thin paper. Now, if I am just piling up 1 mole of those paper, then it will be 0.001 millimeter into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. If you look at this, it will be 10 to the power minus 3. That means 6.023 into 10 to the power 20 millimeter. 10 to the power 17 meter. 10 to the power 14 kilometer. Much larger than the distance of Earth from the moon. If you are just piling such a thin paper one over the another, you will cross moon much earlier than you have used up all the paper. Such a huge number it is. That's why such a huge number can't be used for any particle in this real world, but we can use it for the micro world, atom, proton, electron, neutron, ions, radicals, right? Now, one more thing that we have to understand, ki we were using dozen for, let us say, pen, pencil, fruits. Why? Because they were larger entity, we were using a smaller number. Now I am using such a huge number to denote something. Then understand how small an atom is. So both of the things are related to each other. Mole is such a huge number, atom is such a small entity, we have to understand from this number only. Okay, so what is mole now? If I say, mole is a large number that is used for counting of a very small entity, that is atom. From where it came? By the unit conversion of gram and AMU. What was that AMU? Defined for the weight of atom. How? On the basis of hydrogen, oxygen or anyone, but lastly we ended up to carbon 12. Why we came to carbon 12? For the accuracy purpose. Because all of this was just based on the estimation thing. Right? Can we use mole everywhere for any particle? Yes, but not for the macro world. The world we live in. We can't use it for this. What will use it for? Just micro world. Okay. So that was a brief discussion about mole. That's all for chemistry for today. So now you will be going for 15 minutes break. And after that, there will be discussion of paper of physics and maths. So bye everyone.
Okay. Good morning to all of you. Let us start now our worksheet 1 in physics. Question number 1. A wheel of radius 1 meter rolls forward half a revolution on a horizontal ground. Half a revolution, you just take. You are taking a wheel. This is the wheel. They have given you radius 1 meter. For time being, you take it as r. They have given you r as 1 meter. It is rolled half a revolution. So, let us suppose that it has come to this position. Okay, no? So, if this point is P, now this P will be in half revolution will be situated here. So, linearly it has traveled in one complete rotation. Particle is traveling. This wheel you are taking, this wheel will travel a distance 2 pi r. In half revolution, linear distance travel will become pi into r. So from here till here, suppose this point is A, this is P dash, this will become pi r, and this distance you have 2r diameter. They are asking you magnitude of displacement. You know that displacement depends upon initial position and final position. It is directed line segment from initial to final position. So it was initially at point P and finally it is at point P dash. So your displacement will be this distance. Simple Pythagoras theorem. This distance base is pi r and perpendicular is 2r. So your displacement magnitude you take, this will be equal to under root pi r squared plus 2r squared. It is pi squared r squared plus 4r squared. You can take r squared out, and here it is pi squared plus 4. This will become r under root pi squared plus 4. R, they had given you 1 meter. So your final answer will become under root pi squared plus 4. Answer is number 3. Clear? Let us move to next question. V squared in one-dimensional motion, instantaneous speed v satisfies v less than equal to, and again you are taking v less than equal to v naught greater than equal to 0. When you take v squared, the minus v naught squared is also v naught squared, and plus v naught squared is also v naught squared. If you are taking displacement, displacement is v naught into t. When you take v squared, the minus v naught squared or plus v naught squared, both are v naught squared. So your answer, displacement is velocity into time. Your displacement will satisfy, you check minus v naught t to v naught t. So theory based question, answer will be number 2. Please move to now third question. A particle moving in a straight line covers half the distance with a speed of 3 meters per second. A particle is moving along a straight line path. This question originally from Irido, okay? From that numerical value they have substituted. So suppose net displacement is S, particle had moved from A to B. Okay. Half the distance with the speed 3 meter per second. Half S by 2, let us suppose it has moved with V naught, which they have given you 3 meter per second. This question I am explaining you a bit in depth. Now, the other half of the distance is covered in 2 equal time interval. So this distance S by 2, it is covering half the distance is covered in 2 equal time. Suppose this much I am considering time t. So for t by 2, it has covered, let us suppose with velocity v1, time is t by 2. And this t by 2, it is covering with velocity v2. Okay? v1 they have given you 4.5 meter per second, and v2 they have given you 7.5 meter per second. They are asking you average speed. If particle is moving along a straight line path, your average speed and average velocity both will be equal. Now, first what you do, divide this problem in 2 parts. First get average velocity or average speed for this much part. Okay, no? Let us take this distance as dash. Okay, no? Then what will be average velocity? Average velocity for this half part will become net displacement by total time taken. Net displacement v1 t by 2 plus v2 t by 2 by total time t, right? So you will have t by 2 v1 plus v2, and here is t cancelled. Average velocity will become v1 plus v2 by 2. Understanding me? For half part of journey, its average velocity is v1 plus v2 by 2. Now what you do, now take average velocity or average speed for entire path A to B. Again, definition is same. Net displacement by total time taken. So now I am taking average velocity. Net displacement is S by 2 plus S by 2 by this S by 2 T1. It has covered with velocity V1. So it will become S by 2 V naught plus, here it is S by 2, and this one is V1 plus V2 by 2. 2 is cancelled. This will be equal to S divided by, here you take S taken out, 1 by 2 V naught plus 1 by V1 plus V2. S is cancelled. 2 V naught, you got 2 V naught V1 plus V2 divided by 2 V naught plus V1 plus V2. This is your average velocity. Check every step. You are getting 2 V naught V1 plus V2 divided by 2 V naught plus V1 plus V2. V naught is 3, V1 is 4.5, V2 is 7.5. Substitute the value. Here 2 V naught, 2 into 3. Now 4.5 plus 7.5 divided by 2 into 3 plus 4.5 plus 7.5. So this is 12 and this is 6. This is 6 into 12 divided by 6 and it is 12. 18. 6 3 times 3, 4 times, your answer will be 4 meter per second. So your answer is number 1. Please check, are you understanding or not? Is it clear to you? Check every step. For solving this problem, you will have to consider 2 different displacement. First s by 2, next s by 2. This next s by 2, time taken were equal. Time taken t by 2, we have considered it has moved with velocity v1 and v2. So first take average velocity for this part, and for that definition remains same. Net displacement by total time taken, we have taken. For this part, average velocity you have got v1 plus v2 by 2. Next you take complete average velocity for entire path. S by 2, S by 2. For this time, S by 2 v0. For this time, S by 2 v1 plus v2 by 2. Finally, you are getting this one as a formula also you can remember. 2 v0 v1 plus v2, 2 v0 plus v1 plus v2. In Irido, you will be finding this, perhaps question number 2 or 3 it is. In the beginning only you will be finding this problem. And in this particular problem, simply they have given you the values for v0, v1 and v2. Substituting the values, we got the answer. Let us move to next problem. Preeti reached the metro station and found that escalator was not working. She walked up the stationary escalator in time t1. Suppose you have one accelerator. Let us take like this. This distance I take s. If escalator is not working and Preeti has a speed Vp, then time t1 will become equal to s by v Preeti. Clear to you? Now, you will have to take v Preeti will become s by t1. Second time, C is not moving, C is stationary, and escalator itself is moving. Now time taken is t2. T2 s by v escalator. Right. So from here, v escalator will become s by t2. Now suppose Preeti is also moving and escalator also is moving, then they are asking you how much time it will take. Now t will be equal to s by v Preeti plus v escalator. So you will have s divided by s by t1 plus s by t2. S taken common, 1 by t1 plus 1 by t2, s is cancelled, 1 by t1 plus t2 by t1 t2. You are getting now t will be equal to t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. t1 t2 by t2 plus t1, answer number 3. Clear to you? Next, let us move to next problem. A body is traveling along a straight line, traversed 1/3 of total distance. Particle is moving along a straight line path. Clear? In this 1/3 total distance, let us take s. 1/3 with a velocity 4 meters per second. V0, you are taking 4 meters per second. The remaining part of the distance was covered with velocity 2 meters per second for half the time and 6 The remaining distance is 2s by 3. For time t by 2, you have v1 as 2 meter per second, and next t by 2, v2 is 6 meter per second. They are asking you average velocity. If particle is moving along a straight line path, your average speed and average velocity both will be equal. Now, consider here, just now I have taught you, average velocity for this part will become v1 plus v2 by 2, right? So here now, complete average velocity you take. Total distance is s. Here it is s by 3 v naught plus 2s by 3 v1 plus v2 by 2, right? So this will become s by 3 you take out, 1 by v naught, 4 will go up, 4 v1 plus v2. You have taken out s by 3, 1 by v naught, 2 had gone up, 4 s you have taken out, 3 you have taken out, v1 plus v2. Your s is cancelled. It is 3 divided by v naught, v1 plus v2, and it is 4 v naught plus v1 plus v2. Now, substitute the value. 3, v naught is 4. So this is 4. v1 plus v2, 2 plus 6. 2 plus 6, 4. 3 into 4 plus 2 plus 6. It is 12 into 8 divided by 12 and 8, 20. You are getting 20. 4, 3 times, 5 times, you are getting 24 by 5, 4 point, please check here, it will be 4.8. Yeah, not a single answer we have. Please check 3 v naught, yeah, v1 plus v2, and you will have 4 v naught, v1 plus v2. So you will have 3 v naught, 4, 2 plus 6, right it is. And here it is 3 into 4, 12, 8, 20. It is 12 into 8, 4 3 times, 4 5 times, 24 by 5. Your answer will be 4.8 meter per second. Clear to you? Now, next problem. Moving to next problem. A body initially at rest is moving with uniform acceleration a. So, body at rest, u equal to 0, moving with uniform acceleration a. Its velocity after n second is v. After n second, its velocity is v. The v equal to u plus at. U is 0. So v equal to an. A equal to v by n. Clear to you? Its velocity after n second is v. The displacement of the body in last 2 seconds. Last 2 seconds will be distance traveled by the body in n second minus distance traveled by the body in n minus 2 seconds. In n second, how much distance it will travel? Half Sn, half an squared, Sn minus 2, half an minus 2 squared. So, how much you are getting? Half an squared minus 4n plus 4. This is equal to half an squared minus 2na plus 4. 2 n plus 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 2 plus 2a. Now, distance travel in last 2 seconds as last 2 seconds, you will have to subtract. It is half a n square minus half a n square plus 2na minus 2a. These 2 is cancelled. In this, 2a common, n minus 1. A is v by n, so this is equal to 2v by n, n minus 1. 2v by n, n minus 1, your answer is 1. Clear to you? Let us move to next question. The velocity of a particle at an instant in 10 meter per second after 3 seconds. So, particle is starting at any instant its velocity you have taken 10 meter per second. After 3 seconds, its velocity becomes 16 meter per second. The velocity at 2 seconds before the given instant. So when you take here, 16 will be equal to 10 plus a into 3. So a will be equal to 3a is 6. A equal to 2 meter per second squared. Its velocity at 2 seconds before the given instant. You know that v equal to u plus at. 1 second you are taking, then u plus a. Right? If 1 second before I will take, then it will become u minus a. 2 seconds before. U minus 2a. So you will have here, they have given you 10 and they are asking you velocity 2 seconds before. So 10 minus 2 into 2, this will become 6 meter per second. Answer is here. Is it clear to you? Let us move to next question. You have a particle moving in a straight line with a constant acceleration. It changes its velocity from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second while passing through a distance of 135 meter, the value of t they are asking you. A particle is moving along a straight line path. Acceleration is constant. Its velocity was 10 meter per second. And finally it becomes 20 meter per second. And while going from 10 to 20, it has traveled a distance 135 meter. The value of t they are asking you. For that, get a. So 200 square, 400 will be equal to 100, v square equal to u square plus 2as, 2a 135. So a will become 300 by 2 into 135. 15, 9 times, 15, 20 times, 2, 10 times, you got 10 by 9 meter per second squared. This is your A. Now, they are asking you time. Use V equal to U plus AT. You have 20, 10 plus A T, or 10 will be equal to 10t by 9. 10 is cancelled. T will become 9 seconds, and this is the answer. 9 seconds is the answer. Clear to you? Let us move to next question now. A particle moving in a straight line with uniform acceleration. A particle is moving along a straight line path with uniform acceleration is observed to be at a distance a from a fixed point initially. So this distance is a. at t equal to 0. It is at a distance b, c, d from the same point after n, 2n, 3n second. So, after n second, it is at a distance b from same point. That point is very important. This is your fixed point. Okay, no? From here you are considering the distance. So, it is at a distance b. At a distance c, now this distance is c, from the same point after 2n second. So, now from here you have taken 2n second, and at d, b, c, now you have taken d point b, you have taken c, you take point d, okay, no, small d, they have given you time 3n second. I don't think so that we need even point d. By taking d also you may get the answer, but the answer d will be, the distance will be coming. They have given you t, b, c, and the acceleration of the particle is, distance is b, c, and in 3n second this distance is d. Okay, no? Suppose here I am taking velocity u. Okay. If you take velocity u here, this distance is b, this distance is a. So, b minus a will become ut plus half a t square. Am I right? And now you take this distance c minus a. So, if you will take c minus a, then it will become u2n plus half a 4n square. Right? They are asking you acceleration of the particle, so I must remove this term. So, for that, this multiplied by 2, it will become 2b minus 2a, this will become 2un plus half a 2n squared. Clear? Now, subtract. If we'll be subtracting, this will be minus, this is plus, this is minus, this will be minus. What will happen? You are getting c minus 2b plus a, 2un is cancelled. Half a 4n squared, half a 2n squared, you are subtracting, you are getting half a 2n squared, 2 cancelled. Okay, no, this a is acceleration, a distance they have taken. For time being, let us take it to be a dash, it will be better. So, this is a dash, acceleration you are taking as a dash. Now, they are asking you a dash, so a dash will become equal to c minus 2b plus a by n squared, c minus 2b plus a by n squared. Answer is ready. This problem may have other answer also. If you will be taking d, then what will happen? This point d, this point capital D you take, then this will happen, you will take d minus a u3n plus half a dash 3n squared. And then in the answer d will also come, right? But here by seeing all the four alternate, in answers only a, b and c, these three terms are there. So easily you can solve just by taking a, b and c. Let us move to next problem. A car accelerates from rest. Car is accelerating from rest means u equal to 0. At constant rate a, for first 10 second, and cover a distance x. It covers a distance y in next 10 second. Next 10 second, it covers a distance y. This is x, this is y. they want relation in between x and y. It is starting from rest. So x will be equal to half a t squared, half a 100. For y second, for saving time, start from the beginning so that your initial velocity will be 0. Then what will be there? X plus y will become half a 20 squared is 400. Now half a 100 is x. The half a 400 will become 4x. Y will become 4x minus x. This will become 3x. Y will be equal to 3x. Answer will be number 2. Clear to you? Let us move to next problem now. A car starts from rest, moves with an acceleration a, and then retards at a constant rate b, and after some time it comes to rest. For solving this type of problem, maximum velocity they are asking you. For solving this problem, the easiest technique is take velocity time graph. So what I'm doing, I'm taking on x-axis time, and on y-axis I'm taking velocity. Now they are telling you with constant acceleration particle is moving. Slope of velocity time graph gives you acceleration, and they had given you a. So it has gone like this. This tan theta is a. And then finally, suppose for time t1 it was accelerated, this one was t1, and then it has retarded. Retardation they have given you b. Let us take t2. This point you take v max. Clear to you? They are telling you maximum velocity of car is, if you take tan theta a, this will be equal to v max by t1. So t1 will become v max by a. If you take this right angle triangle, then in this tan theta is b. This will become v max by t2. You are getting t2 equal to v max by b. They have given you total time taken is t. It means that your t equal to t1 plus t2, or t will be equal to v max, check there, by a plus v max by b, or t equal to v max take 1 by a plus 1 by b. So t will become v max. You have a plus b by ab. They are asking you v maximum. So your v max will become equal to abt by a plus b. abt by a plus b. Your answer is number 1. Tell me, you are understanding clearly? This problem simply by using equation of motion also you will solve, but it will take more time. The easiest technique is velocity time graph. Whenever here simply body is accelerated and retarded. This kind of problem will also be related to any lift. Lift is going with acceleration and then retarded, finally come to rest. What is the net displacement of the lift? It may be related to train. IIT asked. First, a train has started from one station with constant acceleration for time t1. After that, for time t2, it has moved with constant velocity. And finally, its motion is retarded and it has come to rest at other station. They will ask you the distance between these two stations. The graph will be different, but technique will remain same. You know that area of velocity time graph will give you net displacement. Let us move to next question now. A bullet loses 1 by 20 of its velocity after penetrating a plank. So you have a plank, and here let us take velocity v. It has lost 1 by 20. It means that when it is reaching here, it will be 19 by 20 v. Am I right? How many planks are required to stop the bullet? Let us suppose this plank has thickness s. Suppose n number of plank we need. The total number of plank ns. First, get a or 2a. The Vs squared, 19 by 20 Vs squared, Vs squared 2as. Okay. From here, directly you get 2as how much? 2as will become, from here if you are going, it is this one this side, Vs squared minus 361 by 400 Vs squared. This is 39 Vs squared by 400. Now, n number of planks you are taking and bullet is coming to rest. So, initial velocity is v, final velocity is 0. So, 0s squared will be Vs squared minus 2ans. N will become Vs squared by 2as. Already 2as you have. Vs squared by 39 Vs squared by 400. Vs squared cancelled. 400 by 39. So 390 means 10 plank. Right now. It means that it will enter into 11th plank and it will come to rest. They are asking you how many planks we need to stop it. So your answer will be, number of planks will be 11. You check here, it is 390 means 10 number of plank. Afterwards it will be 10 by 39. Okay? It means that in 11th plank bullet has entered and it will be stopped there. So answer 11 number of plank. Let us move to next question. Okay, now, a boy is standing at the top of a tower, 20-meter height, drops a stone, the velocity with which it hits the ground. So, you have this 20-meter, boy is standing at the top of a tower of height 20 meter, and he is simply dropping a stone. Dropping means initial velocity is 0. He can throw also a stone. If you will throw this stone, there will be some initial velocity. But here, your initial velocity is 0. G, they have given you 10, the velocity they are asking you, V equal to GT. Simple. H is 20. The Vs square equal to 2GH. They are asking you velocity. So V, suppose ground, it is touching with velocity V. Vs square is 2GH. V equal to under root 2GH. 2, 10, 20. So V will become 20 into 20, 20 meter per second. Your answer is number 1, 20 meter per second. I think you people are understanding now. Please move to next question. 14. A body is thrown vertically up with velocity u. You are projecting a body from ground with velocity u. It passes 3 points A, B, and C in its upward journey. I am taking 3 points A, B, and C. In upward journey, it is crossing 3 points A, B, and C. At A, its velocity is u by 2. At B, its velocity is u by 3. At C, its velocity is u by 4. Clear to you? They are asking you the ratio of separation between means AB by BC. Again here, Vs square equal to Us square minus 2GH. So you will have Vs squared, Us square by 9, Us square by 4 minus 2G into AB. I'm interested in getting AB. So your 2GAB will become Us square by 4 minus Us square by 9. This will become 36. 9 minus 4 Us squared. 5 Us squared by 36. Take this as equation 1. This is your equation 1. Consider. Now, take this one. Initial velocity u by 3, final velocity u by 4. Again, Us squared by 16. Initial velocity Us squared by 9 minus 2g into BC. So 2GBC will be Us squared by 9 minus Us squared by 16. Understanding? So this will be equal to 144. 16 minus 9, 7 Us squared, equation 2. You want AB by BC. So AB by BC will be equal to how much? Now, AB from here or directly take the ratio now. 2G into AB, 2G into BC, this is equal to 5 Us squared by 36, 7 Us squared, 144. Am I right? Us squared cancel, 2 cancel, G cancelled, AB by BC. 36, 4 times 144. 36, 4 times, so you are getting 5 into 4, 20 by 7. Answer will be number 4. Understanding me? Clear to you? Your answer is 20 by 7. Move to next problem now. 15. From the top of a tower, 2 stones whose masses are in the ratio m1 is to m2 equal to 1 is to 2. You remember, my children to whom I have taught, I told you in kinematics, we don't consider mass. First line, without reading the questions I have told you, are thrown on straight up with an initial speed u, and second straight down with same speed u. So you take a tower, from here you have projected one with u, as second you are projecting with u down. Then neglecting the air resistance, they are asking you about the speed. You know that at same vertical level, while going up and coming down, speed will be equal. I'm not telling velocity. Speed will be equal when any particle is going up and when it is coming down. at any point you take, if while going its velocity was v, if air resistance you are completely neglecting, then same point it will cross with same speed v. So the body, okay, no, you have, or a stone, you have projected up, it will go, and when it will return back to the base of tower, it will have same speed u. Now you check, this second stone is coming down with velocity u, and this one is also coming down with velocity u. So it is h, velocity when you are taking, v square will be u square plus 2gh, it will be same for both. So both stones will reach ground with same velocity. I already told mass does not play any role. So here both the stones have the same speed when they hit the ground. Answer will be number 3. Clear to you? Understanding or not understanding? Understood clearly? Mass does not play any role. And velocity at same vertical level, the magnitude of velocity will remain equal. So the stone which you have projected up, in return journey, same point it will cross with same velocity u. So second stone is going with u, from same level, first stone is also going with u. So both will reach the ground with same speed. Let us move now to next question. Now, the velocity time graph of a particle comes out to be a non-linear curve. The motion is, you know that if I plot a graph, velocity versus time, time is independent physical quantity in Newtonian mechanics, it's a fundamental physical quantity. So velocity will depend upon time. You know that slope of Vt graph will give you acceleration. If you will have constant acceleration, uniform acceleration, graph will be just a straight line, right? If you have a constant, it means that dv by dt constant means v by t constant means v final minus v initial by time interval will remain constant. So graph must be a straight line. They are telling you the velocity time graph is a non-linear curve. If it is not linear, it means acceleration is non-uniform. Because uniform acceleration will be there, your velocity time graph will be just a straight line. So your answer here will be directly non-uniform accelerated motion. Let us move now to next question. A graph of x versus t is shown to you. Choose incorrect statement from below. Okay. Incorrect statement. The particle was released from rest at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, particle was released from rest. You cannot speak about that. Here, there is displacement and there will be some slope. If there is some slope, means initial position you have. At B, acceleration is positive. It's correct, beta, because here, if you take in this way, okay, no. So, you are getting positive slope, means velocity is there. At C, and the graph goes like this, you see, this graph indicate that it will have positive acceleration. At C, the velocity and the acceleration, this statement is not complete statement. So we cannot say about this statement. This statement is incomplete. The speed at D exceeds than at E. We are talking about the speed. Displacement time graph, if you take the slope, it will give you speed. If I take slope at D, it is negative slope, but you are talking about the speed. At E, slope is this. Now, we cannot say where slope is more, because we are talking about magnitude of velocity. So, usually if I consider this slope here, slope is more, here slope is less. They are telling you speed at D exceeds than at E. So here I feel the speed at D is exceeding than at E. The reason is here assume that if you are assuming here slope at D appeared to be more than slope at E. Why not? You have negative slope, but slope is more. Speed will give you magnitude only of velocity. So it is correct statement. So this statement is not there. Incomplete statement. They are telling you to select incorrect statement. Particle was released from rest at t equal to 0. That one also you cannot predict. If you want to tick here answer, at B acceleration is positive. So in one way, depending upon benefit, okay, no, due to controversy, we may take slope at E is greater than slope at D. In that case, this statement will be wrong. So if I remove this and in these three, I have to pick up one answer, I may pick up this because we are not knowing about slope at D and slope at E. We will assume that slope at E is more than slope at D, then number 4 will be a wrong statement. So for time being, incorrect statement will be taking at 4 by assuming that slope at E is greater than slope at D. Next question. A particle shows distance time graph in the given figure. The maximum instantaneous velocity of the particle is around the point. Again here, you will have to consider where slope is more. Okay, no? At B, slope is this. At C, slope is this. Here slope is this. And here slope is this. Slope means angle made by the tangentron at that point with time axis. If I see here, the line had gone like this. So at this point, I'm finding slope is more. Instantaneous velocity will be maximum for A, B, C, D. It will be maximum about point C. The answer will be number 2. Slope of displacement time graph gives you velocity at any instantaneous position at a particular instant at a specific time. If you are taking the slope, it gives you instantaneous velocity. So answer here will be number 2. Now let us move to next question. Okay, number 19. The position time graph of a uniform motion is represented by. If you take first graph, displacement is not changing, particle is at rest. Uniform motion means your velocity will remain constant. The slope of displacement time graph gives you velocity, right? So for uniform motion, graph will be a straight line with positive slope. Check in these 4, your answer is number 3. These two you can consider velocity is going on changing, motion is non-uniform. So this is number 19. Now let us move to next question. I am now on 20. The position x of a particle with respect to time t along x-axis is given as x equal to 9t square minus t cube. X is in meter, t in second. What will be the position of this particle when it achieves maximum speed? When you are considering this problem, you cannot solve this problem without differential calculus. And in differential calculus, you will have to consider maxima and minima. Let me say in one line, if A is a function of B, then A will be extremum, maximum or minimum if differentiation of A with respect to B will be equal to 0. So first, they are asking you what will be the position of the particle when it achieves maximum speed. The first you get speed. Speed is dx by dt. You will have to differentiate. For that, I am just giving you formula. In June when you will be coming, we will be teaching you differential calculus. First formula from differential calculus, if you differentiate x to the power n with respect to x, it will be equal to nx n minus 1. So here v will be equal to dx by dt, 9d by dt of t squared. Clear to you? Minus d by dt of t cube. So this will be equal to 9 t square, n is 2, 2 t to the power 2 minus 1 minus 3 t 3 minus 1. I use this formula. Clear to you? How much you are getting? You are getting 18t, from here you check, 18t minus 3t squared. Is it clear to you? This is velocity. Now, it depends upon time. If you want v to be maximum, v will be maximum when dv by dt will be 0. So d by dt of 18t minus 3t squared, this should be equal to 0. When you are differentiating 18t, so 18 d by dt of t minus 3 d by dt of t squared. So this is 18 minus, this will be 3 into 2t, and you are taking it 0, 6t equal to 18, t will be equal to 3 seconds. It means that at time t equal to 3 seconds, your velocity will be maximum. Now, what they are asking you, what will be the position of this particle? T equal to 3 seconds, substitute it in x, 9, 3 squared minus 3 cube. It is 54 minus 27. It will be 27. It's not there. 9 t squared minus t cube. It is 27. Your answer will become 27 meter. Okay? Check this. Position of a particle with time t, 9t squared minus t cube. They are asking you what will be the position of this particle when it achieves maximum speed along positive x direction. So you have taken v. It is 18t minus 3ts squared. 18t minus 3ts squared is velocity. And then again you have differentiated it. It will become 18 minus 6t. So t will become 3 seconds. Substitute the value of time in x equal to 9ts squared minus t cube. 3 will become a square. This is 9 beta. It is 81 minus 27. Okay, now you are taking this quantity is 81. Okay, no. This quantity is 81 minus 27. It is 54 meter. Answer 54 meter. Okay, no? 9 into 9, 81 minus 27, 54 meter. Answer number 2. Let us move now to next question. You have a body is moving in a straight line as shown in velocity time graph. Because I have only 1 hour, 10 minutes to explain all the questions. So a bit I have increased my speed from the beginning so that I can cover all the problems, right? And in detail I am explaining to you. Now, a body is moving in a straight line as shown in velocity time graph. Displacement and distance traveled by body in 8 seconds. First you take distance. You know that area of velocity time graph will give you distance covered or displacement. So for this part, 4 into 2, this is 4, this is 2, this area 8 meter. This one is 2 and 2. This is 4 meter. Check. This is 2 and here is 2, 4 meter. Here it is 4 into 2, it is 8 meter. If you take distance covered, total time, how much it is taking? Okay, time total is 8. In 8 seconds, distance covered is a scalar quantity. So total area you have to consider. 8 plus 4, 12 plus 8. It will become beta 20 meter, one answer. Displacement is a vector quantity. So if you are taking displacement, so positive displacement is 8 plus 8, 16. Right now, 16 minus 4. The 8 plus 8, 16 minus 4, 12 meter. So this will be equal to 12 meter. They are asking you displacement and distance traveled. 12 meter and 20 meter. Check where is 12 and 20. Here you have 12 and 20. Answer is number 1. Now, let us move to next problem. A balloon rises from rest with a constant acceleration. This will not be 9 beta, this will be g by 8. A stone is released from it when it has gone up to height h. So, you have a balloon, it is going up, u is 0, they have told you rest, and acceleration is g by 8, and it has gone to height h. How much velocity it will attain here? When it is going up, your u square will become 2 a h. Is it clear to you? V square equal to u square plus 2as. Here, undoubtedly g is acting downward, but here they are telling you It is going with constant acceleration, g by 8, 2as. So 2, 4, us squared is gh by 4, u will become under root gh by 2. Okay. So when you are releasing the stone from height h, it has velocity in this direction u. Okay, no. They're asking you how much time a stone will take to reach to ground. So h, I'm taking downward direction as positive. Convention you can take in any way. And this is direction is u. In downward direction it will become minus u. So it will become minus ut plus half gt squared. So this will become half gt squared minus ut minus h equal to 0. So it is half gt squared minus u under root gh by 2t minus h equal to 0. It is a x squared minus bx plus c plus bx if you take, then a is how much? A is g by 2. B is minus root gh by 2. And c is minus h. Clear to you? So now you know x will be how much? So here x is t minus b plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac by 2a, quadratic equation. So you will have t will be equal to minus b minus minus plus root gh by 2 plus, usually minus sign we are not taking because time will become negative, and we will never have negative time in Newtonian mechanics. Time may be negative in relativistic mechanics, but here time will take positive plus. Plus minus b, you are taking minus b plus minus you have not taken b squared. So you will square it, it will become gh by 4. Minus 4ac, here minus is there. So 4ac. So you will have under root gh by 2 plus under root gh by 4 plus 2gh. So you will have under root gh by 2 plus 8 and 9 gh by 4, means 3 by 2. This will become 3 by 2 under root gh. So 3 by 2, 1 by 2, it will be 2, or you can say 4 by 2 will be 2. So this will be equal to 2 under root gh, 1g you have, just you check here, by 2a you have not taken, this is by 2a, so this divided by 2a means g, here it will be g, this divided by g, so your answer for t will become under root 2 under root gh, g take inside g squared, it will become 2 under root h by g. Is it clear to you? Quadratic equation is there, that one you have used, 2 under root h by g, your answer is number 2. Understood now? Now, let us move to next problem. Figure shows the time displacement graph of the particle P and Q. Which of the following statement is correct? You must remember, slope of displacement time graph will give you velocity. Check, slope is here, slope is this, here, slope is this. The guaranteed I can say Vp is greater than Vq. And further we will be thinking about it. Both and P and Q move with uniform equal speed. Wrong statement. P is accelerated. For acceleration, graph will never be a straight line. Uniform motion, okay? For uniform motion, if you consider, then only graph is a straight line. So 2 is also wrong. Both P and Q move with uniform speed, but the speed of P is more than the speed of Q. Yes, both graphs are a straight line, so both have uniform speed. They are moving with same uniform speed, but velocity of P is greater than velocity of Q, because slope for, okay, P is greater than slope of Q. So for this, answer will be number 3. Both P and Q are moving with uniform speed, but Vp is greater than Vq. Let us move to next question. Given X versus T represent, it's a matrix. Match the following. It is the motion of an object match the terms of column 1 with the items of column 2. There is graph. If you take OA of the graph, X versus T, okay, it has positive slope, means velocity is positive. Okay, part OA of graph, OA, positive velocity is here. The A ka answer I am getting 1. Part AB of graph, AB of graph, you have negative slope. When you take negative slope, you will have negative velocity. So B ka answer will be number 3. The answer of B will be 3. Part BC of the graph, check BC of the graph, slope is 0. If slope is 0, it means that your velocity is 0, particle will be at rest. So for C, answer will be 2. And then point A in the graph, at point A in the graph, guaranteed direction is changing. So for D, answer is 4. For D, answer is 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. So 1, 3, 2, 4 is here. Answer will be number 2. Please check. I hope you are understanding now. Now move to last question. A particle is released from rest from a tower of height 3h, ratio of time to fall equal heights. Okay, no? So from here, h, okay, rest from a tower of height 3h, for h it has taken t1. To fall equal height h, that is t1. Next, again h it has taken t2, next h it has taken t3. So h will be equal to half g t1 squared. So t1 will be equal to under root 2h by g. Again, don't take t2 separately, take total. So you will have 2h half g t1 plus t2 squared. So t1 plus t2 will become equal to under root 4h by g. Is it clear to you? Now you take total 3h. It will become half g t1 plus t2 plus t3 squared. From this you are getting t1 plus t2 plus t3. This will become 6h by g. Subtracting. If you subtract from this to this, so you will be getting t2. t2 will become under root 4h by g minus under root 2h by g. In this you take common under root 2h by g. Here it will be under root 2 minus 1. Clear to you? Now you go for T3. Okay, no? So you will be subtracting this from this. You are getting T3 equal to under root 6h by g minus under root, you have 4h by g. Okay, so you will have, again take common under root 2h by g, in bracket it will be root 3 minus root 2. Now you want T1 is to T2 is to T3, you have root 2h by g everywhere cancelled, you are getting 1 is 2. Here you have root 2 minus 1. So here you have root 2 minus 1 is 2. Here you have root 3 minus root 2. Your answer is number 4. Please check all the questions I had explained to you. After this, okay, all complete 25 questions I have told you. Next Saturday, we'll be doing for worksheet 2. At present now, 10 minutes break would be there. After that, math teacher will come. Thank you. Have a nice day. Every problem I have explained to you, still if you have any doubt, you can ask to me. Thank you again.
Good morning, everyone. So we'll discuss questions today. I think you guys are from CBC 1, so you already have attended the classes. Now we'll be discussing some more questions based on the topic, what you have learned in the CBC 1. Okay, so we have made a list of 25 questions. We'll discuss them one by one. Few of them have some issues also. We'll skip that. Rather than apart from that, we'll be discussing all the questions. Okay, so let's discuss the question one by one. First question. The polynomial p of x is equal to kx cube plus 3x square minus 3 and q of x is equal to 2x cube minus 5x plus k, which when divided by x minus 4 leaves the same remainder. So what are they saying? They are saying that when we divide p of x and q of x with this, then we are getting the same remainder. So what is the root of x minus 4? The root of x minus 4 is what? X equal to 4. So I will plug in the value of x equal to 4 in p of x and q of x and then compare both the values. That will be the value, give me the value of k. So if I do p of 4, I'll be getting k into 4 cube plus 3 into 4 square minus 3, right? And if I do the same thing for q, so I'll be getting 2 into 4 cube minus 5 into 4 plus k, right? So if I calculate this, what I am getting? 64k plus 3 into 16 minus 3, right? Which will be 64k plus 48 minus 3. So I'll be getting 64k plus 45, right? 64k plus 45 from the p of 4 value. What about this side? Let's see. So I will be getting q of 4 to be 2 into 64 minus 20 plus k, right? So I'll be getting 128 minus 20 plus k, which will be 108 plus k. According to the question, they are saying that both of them are same. So I will say this and this are equal, right? If I equate them, so I'll be getting and bring k on one side and 45 on other side, I'll be getting 63k, right, is equal to 108 minus 45, right? 108 minus 45. So I'll be getting 63 only, right? So I can say that k is equal to what? 1. So in the option, k is given to be what? 1. So the answer is what for this question? It is k equal to 1. Okay. I hope this question is clear to everyone. This kind of question we have already practiced, so I don't think anyone must have faced any difficulty in solving these questions. Okay. Let's do the next one. If a, b, c are real, then a into a minus b plus b into b minus c plus c into c minus a is equal to 0 only and only if equal to what? All right. So let's expand this and see what do we get. So we will get a square minus ab plus b square minus bc plus c square minus ac is equal to 0, right? A square minus ab plus b square minus bc plus c square minus ac equal to 0, right? So if I write it down, I'll be getting a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ac is equal to 0, right? A square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ac equal to 0, right? Now what I'll do, I will multiply this thing with 2, right? This thing with 2 and divide with 2, right? We're getting into a result. I think many of you must be remembering that, but if you don't remember, then we'll be discussing it. Okay, so what I'll be getting it here, if I do that, right, this half is outside only and this a square will be twice. So a square and then this 2 is multiplied with this, so I'll be getting minus 2ab, right? 1b square will be there, correct? So this will be one factor. Similarly, one of the b square will be coming here, minus 2bc, right, plus c square, okay, and then we'll be having c square minus 2ac plus a square, right, is equal to 0, right, is equal to 0. So if you see, we have a square twice, we have b square again twice, then C square also twice, and minus 2ABC, minus 2BC, minus 2AC. So actually, we have written the same thing, but in a different format. We have manipulated it so that this becomes square. So I will get half of A minus B whole square plus B minus C whole square plus C minus A whole square is equal to 0. Right? Now, in your CBC 1, I think there must be an identity also, in which you must have thought that A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA is equal to what? Half of A minus B square, B minus C square, and C minus A square, right? And these are all equal to, in this question, and equal to 0. And they are square, right? They are what? Square. So I told you that the squares, sum of squares of some quantity are 0 if they themselves are 0, right? They themselves are 0 means what? A minus B equal to 0, B minus C is equal to 0, and also C minus A equal to 0. Right? A minus B equal to 0, B minus C equal to 0, and C minus A equal to 0. So can I say that A will be equal to B will be equal to C? Right? From here I'll get A equal to B. From here I'll get B equal to C. And from here I'll get C is equal to A. So the correct answer for this is what? Option 3. Understood? I hope this is clear now. This is a very interesting question based on one identity, that A square plus B square plus C square minus BC minus AC is equal to what? Half of A minus B square plus B minus C square plus C minus A. Alright? And this expression, the left hand side, also comes in the expansion of A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. Right? Because it is equivalent to what? A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Right? It also appears in this. So you have to remember this thing, that what this is equivalent to what? This. Okay. I hope this is clear now. Let's go to the next question. Number of real solution of the equation x mod of x minus 3, 3x square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 1. So what are the number of solution for this, right? First I'll see that when does this becomes 0, right? So we know that a to the power b will become 1, right? In either of the two cases, right? What are the cases? That a does not equal to 0, right? A does not equal to 0 and b is equal to 0. Right? A does not equal to 0 and B equal to 0. Or in other case where, or the second case will be what? When A will be equal to 1 and B can be any real number. Right? A will be equal to 1 and B can be any real number. Alright. So we'll see that. First I'll see when does B equal to 0. What is the solution for B equal to 0? If I check for B equal to 0, what I am getting? 3x square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 3x square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? This is B. So I'll be getting 3x square minus 9x minus x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? Now, if I take 3x common, I'll be getting 3x, x minus 3 minus 1, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So it means x is equal to 1 by 3 or x is equal to 3, right? X is equal to 1 by 3 or x equal to 3. Now, at x equal to 3, right? At x equal to 3, what is happening? A is becoming 0, right? A, that is mod of x minus 3 is becoming 0. So we will say it is rejected, right? We will say this, we can't take this, right? Because 0 to the power 0 will not give me 1, right? A does not have to be 0. Apart from 0, A can be anything. So that's why x cannot be acceptable as 3 in this case. So we'll say x is equal to what? 1 by 3. This is giving me one solution, right? And second thing is that mod of x minus 3 is equal to 1. Now I don't know how many of you are aware of modulus, right? That modulus actually means what? That it will always give us non-negative quantity. So when you open this, right now if you don't know modulus, it was not the part of CBC, right? So it's okay if you don't know that. right? Right now, we will teach you in the next June, right? Fundamental of mathematics. But I'm just clarifying this, that this will be equal to what? X equal to 3 plus minus 1. So from here also, I will get two values, x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 2. All right? Okay, so x is equal to 1 by 3, x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 2, right? So how many values of x? How many values of x we are getting? Exactly 3, right? How many we are getting? Exactly 3. So these are the three answers, right? Why we have rejected 3? I hope all of you understand, because this can't be equal to 0. Because always remember, 0 to the power 0 is not equal to 1. 0 to the power 0. Many of you must be thinking that any number to the power 0, right, gives us 1. Then why not 0 to the power 0 is 1? That is not there, right? 0 to the power 0, 0 to the power anything is going to be 0. Actually, it is one of the indeterminate form, right? We can't find the value of 0 to the power 0. All right? So that's why we can't take it as a solution. Okay? So I hope this is clear now. Third question. Fourth question, the number of real roots of, this is based on the same second question which we have done, that sum of squares of some quantity, right? Sum of squares of some quantity is 0. It means individually they are 0, right? Individually they are 0. Why? Because none of them will give us a negative value. None of them is giving us negative value. So all of them will give positive value. And how can a positive value sum will be equal to what? 0. That is why we have to say that this individually all of them will be 0. If individually all of them are 0, so then I can say x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, and x is equal to 3. Right? Now, x can't be simultaneously 1, 2, and 3, all of them, right? X cannot be simultaneously 1, 2, and 3. X can be either 1, either 2, or either 3. If I choose, let's say x is equal to 1, right? Then only this will be becoming 0. This and this will not be becoming 0. So we can't say that x is equal to 1 is the answer. Right? Same logically, x equal to 2 also cannot be the answer, and x equal to 3 also cannot be the answer. So there is no value of x, there is no real value of x for which this equation will have a root. Okay? They can't all simultaneously become 0 at once. So that's why the real the answer for this will be how much? 0, right? It is more a conceptual based question rather than solving based. A lot of you must have also done in this way. There is one more way of doing this question is you can expand this, all the three, add them, and then find discriminant, okay? Which is the second way of doing this question. That if I expand this, so I'll get x square minus 2x plus 1, then x square minus 4x plus 4, and x square minus 6x plus 9. If I add all of them, so I'll be getting 3x square minus 12x, right, plus 14 is equal to 0, right? Now this is in a quadratic equation. A quadratic will have two roots, right? When d is greater than 0, it will have 0 roots if d is negative, right? So we'll check what is the value. So if I find out d will be 12 square minus 4 into 3 into 14, right? This will be anything but negative, right? This will be negative value. So if it is negative, we can say it has no real roots. So this is a solving, second method is more of a solving based, but I don't recommend this method because it will take some time. So in exam, we need to save the time. That is why we have to have a concept strong. This is the first way of solving, this is the second way of solving. In both of them, the answer is what? 0. There is no real value of x. Okay, I hope this is clear, everyone. Question number 5. Find the unit digit of 13 to the power 2019, 17 to the power 19, and 12 to the power 2019. Now this question is based on the concept of cyclicity, right? Cyclicity. Okay, now any number ending with 3. What will be the cyclicity of 3? It is 4, right? Of 7 also it is 4, and of 2 also it is 4. What does cyclicity means? That after every fourth power, the unit digit will start repeating itself. Okay, so I need to check what kind of number is 2019, right? So if I check 2019, it is a number of type 4k plus 3. It will give me a remainder as 3. So we know this will give me the same unit digit as 3 cube. This will give me the same unit digit as 7 cube. And this will give me the same unit digit as 2 cube. Understood? Now, 3 cube will give me what? 7 as the unit digit. Then 7 cube will give me what? 343. Right? So it will give me what? 3 at the unit place. Right? And 2 cube gives me what? 8 at the unit place. Understood? So when you add all of them, 7 plus 3 plus 8, you will get 18. So ultimately, this number will have 8 at the unit place. Right? Because this number will be ending with the digit 7. This number will be ending with the digit 3. And this number will be ending with the digit 8. So when you add their unit digits, it's going to give me what? It's going to give me 18. And 18 has 8 at the unit place. So the answer is what here? 1. Okay, the answer here is what? 1. Okay, next question. Now, sixth question and one more question after this. This is a very interesting question. I think there is some error in this question, or otherwise if you want to find the value, it will be very complicated. Right? So first thing is that Px is a polynomial of degree 3, where P of 1 is 1, P of 2 is 1 by 8, and P of 3 is 1 by 27. And P of 4 also they have given. Alright, so one way of doing thinking of this question is that it is of the type K or 1 by x cube, right? It is of the type 1 by x cube. It is of the type 1 by x cube. But if that is the case, then it has to be what? 64. Instead of 32, it has to be what? 64. And then in that case, the answer will be 1 upon 1000, right? But it is not a polynomial, right? Why it is not a polynomial? Because a polynomial power cannot be negative, right? So this question is, that's why it will be incorrect. Okay, that's why we have to skip it. Next, seventh also there is some issue. If a plus b plus c equal to 6, a square plus b square plus c square equal to 38, and a cube plus c cube, a cube plus b cube plus c cube equal to 28, then find the value of a to the power 4 plus b to the power 4 plus c to the power 4. So I will help you how to solve this question. But I think the value should be coming as minus 206, which is not given here, right? So let's find out. So see, if a plus b plus c, if I do square of this, I'll be getting here 36. And what will be here? A square plus b square plus c square plus twice of ab plus bc plus ca is equal to what? 36. Now this is how much? This is actually, they have given is what? 38. If it is 38, I can shift it that side and I can get twice of AB plus BC plus CA is equal to what? 36 minus 38, which is minus 2. So I can say that AB plus BC plus CA is equal to minus 1. Right? AB plus BC plus CA is equal to minus 1. Now for the next information, A cube plus B cube plus C cube equal to 28. For that, I know that A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC is equal to A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Right? So what is the value of A cube plus B cube? They have given it to be 28 minus 3 into ABC. We don't know the value, right? So we'll keep it outside. Then here I have A plus B plus C is how much? 6. And this is how much? A square plus B square is 38. Right? This is how much? 38. And this is minus 1. So minus and minus will become plus 1. So this is going to be how much? 6 into 38 plus 1. Right? So I can get from here 28 minus 3ABC is equal to 6 into 39. Right? So this will be how much? 4. This is 5, 6, 3 is 18. So 234. Right? This is going to be how much? 234. Okay. And so minus 3ABC will be equal to how much? 234 minus 28. right? My 234 minus 28, and that will be giving me 206, right? Minus 3 times of ABC. So ABC will give me how much? Minus 206 by 3, as it is not divisible by what? It is not divisible by 3. Now for a to the power 4 plus b to the power 4 plus a to the power 4, I just need to square this value. Okay, and I'll get the answer. But this, I think the answer will not be matching the given options. Okay, there's where some error is in this question also is there. Okay, next. This is repeated, I guess. If x, y, z are satisfying this equation, then what is the question, right? X, y, z. Now this is very interesting question. Okay, I don't know how many you have solved this, but this is a very interesting question, because in this we need to club x square and 4x, y square and 6y, and z square and 8z, right? So what it will become? It will become x square minus 4x, right? I am leaving some space here, then I'm writing plus y square minus 6y, again I am leaving some space and writing z square minus 8z, right? And it is equal to what? Okay, we also have plus 29 is equal to 0. Okay, now think of making this as a perfect square, right? Think of making them as a perfect square. So what number I should add here so that it becomes a perfect square, right? I have to add 4, right? Then what number I have to add here? 9. And what about here? 16, right? So actually this 4 plus 9 is 13, and 13 plus 16 is how much? 29. So this 29 only we have actually written in this way. Okay, this is actually what? 29 written in this way, so that this becomes what? Perfect square. All right, now what it means that x minus 2 square plus y minus 3 square plus z minus 4 square is equal to 0, right? Is equal to 0. So what can we say? We can say that x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, and z equal to 4, right? X equal to 2, y equal to 3, z equal to 4. Why? Because the sum of the square is 0 when the number itself are 0. Now if I put these values here, let's see what do I get. So 3 into 2 is 6, plus 2 into 3 is also 6, and plus z is 4, right? So it is how much? 12 plus 4 is 16. So the answer is what? 16. Okay, I hope this is clear now, everyone. Ninth, find the remainder when fx is equal to x to the power 100 plus x to the power 50 plus x to the power 24 plus x to the power 4 minus 2 is divided by x square minus 1, right? It is a simple question. What I can do here is, I can just divide, literally we can divide x to the power 50, x to the power, x to the power 100 plus x to the power 50 plus x to the power 24 plus x to the power 4 minus 2, right? If I do that, but in this way it will be becoming very big, right? So what I'll do, if I actually divide, it will be very big, right? So what I'll do in this case is that x square minus 1 I'll factorize, right? X square minus 1 I'll factorize. So I'll get x square x minus 1 and also x plus 1, right? Now it has how many roots? This has 2 roots, 1 and minus 1, right? So I will plug in these values 1 and minus 1, right? If I plug in 1 and minus 1 in this case, right, anything if I plug in, this what this all will become? It will become anything if I plug in 1 or minus 1. Irrespective of that, this thing will give me 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 2, right? So it will be 4 minus 2. How much? 4 minus 2. So can I say here that 4 minus 2 is 2? The answer should be what? 1. Understood? X square equal to 1 if I put, I will get the answer. Okay, next. 10th. If x is equal to 3 root 3 plus root 26, then find the value of half of x plus 1 by x. Okay, right? So 3 root 3 is very interesting number. Why? Because it actually x is equal to square root of 27 plus square root of 26, right? Square root of 27 plus square root of 26. Okay, if I do 1 upon x, what I'll be getting? 1 upon square root of 27 plus square root of 26. Now if I rationalize, so I'll get square root of 27 minus square root of 26 upon square root of 27 minus square root of 26. Right? Now, what will happen in denominator? A plus b and a minus b. So it will become a square minus b square. So it will be what? 27 minus 26, and here it will be root 27 minus root 26. Right? So it will be root 27 minus root 26 upon 1. This is how much? 1 by x. Now x and 1 by x, if I add, what I am getting? If I add x and 1 by x, what will I get? X plus 1 by x is equal to 2 root 27. Right? If I divide with half, so what I will be getting? Half into x plus 1 by x, which will be how much? Root 27, which is 3 root 3. So the answer for this is how much? 2. 3 root 3. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, next question. If x is equal to 11 upon 4 minus root 5, then find the value of x square minus 8x plus 11, right? Okay, so they have given x value of x. All right, so what I'll do, again I'll rationalize this. Okay, so what I'll get? X is equal to 11 upon 4 minus root 5 into 4 plus root 5 upon 4 plus root 5. So I'll be getting 11 into 4 plus root 5 upon, this is 16 minus 5. Right? 16 minus 5, a minus b and a plus b if I do, this is 16 minus 5, which is 11. 11 and 11 will cancel. So they have actually given x to be what? 4 plus root 5. Right? Now I will send 4 this side. Right? I will send 4 this side, and I will be getting x minus 4 is equal to root 5. If I square this, what will I get? X square minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 5. Right? If I bring it here, I will get x square minus 8x plus 11 equal to 0. So the answer will be what? Answer will be option 4. Okay, this kind of question, I think it was there in your worksheet while solving, then you must have remembered this question. Right, next question. If QR is to PR is to PQ is equal to 1 is to 4 is to 7, then P upon QR is to Q upon PR is equal to what? Okay, all right, so what I can say from here, right, first of all, what are we looking for? We are looking for P upon QR, right, is equal to Q upon, we are looking division, okay. They are asking the value of division of this, right? So Q upon PR, right? So this and this will be cancelled. This will go up. So it will become what we need to find out? The value of P square upon Q square. We need to find the value of P by Q whole square. Oops. It is square. Okay. Now, how will I find the value of P by Q? Just we'll see where are P by Q common. So if I see in this, PR upon QR is equal to what? 4 by 7, right? PR upon, no, in this case if I do, this 2 P will be cancelling out, right? I think we need to take this 2, yes. So if I take this 2, what I'll be getting? QR upon PR is equal to what? 1 upon 4. So R and R cancel. So can I say P by Q is equal to 4 by 1, right? P by Q is equal to 4 by 1. If I put this value here, what will I get? 4 by 1 square, which will be how much? 16 by 1. So the answer is option number 4. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone how to solve this question. Okay, it was simple based on the ratio and proportion quantity property. Okay, next question. Next is a very interesting question. I don't know how many of you were able to solve this. Okay, so this is a very interesting question. What they have given root 27 plus 10 root 2 square root and square root of 18 minus 8 root 2, right? And it is equivalent to what? Okay, now in this you need to understand that this is written as a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? And this is written as a square plus b square minus 2ab, right? A square plus b square minus 2ab, right? So can I, if I on comparing, can I say it is written as a plus, then it will be becoming a plus b whole square. Okay, now on comparing, can I say from here that a square plus b square has to be 27, and 2 into a into b is equal to 10 root 2, right? 10 root 2. Okay, so can I say ab is equal to what? 5 root 2, right? A into b will be equal to what? 5 root 2. Now on comparison, can I say that either of a or b, a will be 5 and b will be root 2, or reverse, a is root 2 and b is 5? Anything, whatever I say, right, this will satisfy both the equation, this one also and this one also, right? So it means that this is actually written as what? This is written as square root of 5 plus root 2 whole square, right? Now this square and this root will cancel, so it will become just 5 plus root 2, right? It will just become 5 plus root 2. Okay, and similarly this thing, right, if I compare a square plus b square is equal to 18 and 2ab is equal to 8 root 2. So ab will be equal to what? 4 root 2, right? ab will be equal to what? 4 root 2. So I can say here a is equal to 4, b is equal to root 2, correct? So this will be written as square root of 4 minus root 2 whole square. Square and root will cancel, right? So ultimately this will be written as square root of 5 plus root 2 plus 4 minus root 2. Root 2 and root 2 will cancel, right? So you will be having 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is how much? 9. Square root of 9 is how much? 3. So the answer is what? 3. Understood? This was a very interesting question. Okay, I hope a lot of you must have struggled in this. Okay, but very few people have got, or maybe at least you have learned from here that how to solve this kind of question, right? Then we'll do the next one. If a, b, c are real numbers such that a plus 1 by b equal to 7 by 3, b plus 1 by c equal to 4, and c plus 1 by a equal to 1, then for all values of a, b, c, then a is equal to what? Okay, so this is also another interesting question. How to solve this kind of question we'll understand, right? What I'll do, I will multiply each of them. Okay, if I multiply all of them, what will I get? A plus 1 by b, b plus 1 by c, and c plus 1 by a is equal to 7 by 3 into 4 into 1. Right? So in this side, so it will be how much? 28 by 3. Okay. From here, what will I get? AB plus a by c, right? AB plus a by c plus b by b, right? And plus 1 upon bc, right? Plus 1 upon bc. And here I'll have c plus 1 by a. Okay. Now again I'll multiply. I will get what? ABC, right? A by c into c will be how much? A. Right? This into this will be how much? A. Then a by c into 1 by a will be how much? 1 by c. Plus b by b is actually 1. 1 into c will be c, and this will be 1 by a. Okay. Then 1 upon bc into c will be how much? 1 by b. And 1 upon bc into this will be how much? 1 upon abc. Right? 1 upon abc. Yes. All this is equal to how much? 28 by 3. Right? All this will be equal to how much? 28 by 3. Now we can see, we can club it, and we'll have a plus 1 by c, c plus 1 by a, and I think 1 by b, and something will also, will have 1a also. Okay, I think 1 by c, there will be b, b will be clubbing here. So we'll have these three factors. Okay. So what I'll be getting? I'll be getting ABC plus, right, A plus 1 by B plus B plus 1 by C plus C plus 1 by A. That is 7 by 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 upon ABC is equal to how much? 28 by 3. Right? Now, this is how much? 5. So, ABC plus 7 by 3 plus 5 plus 1 upon ABC is equal to 28 by 3. Right? If I take LCM, this will become ABC plus 22 by 3 plus 1 upon ABC is equal to 28 by 3. If I send it that side, I will get ABC plus 1 upon ABC is equal to 28 by 3 minus 22 by 3, which will be how much? 6 by 3, which is 2, which will be 2. Now, if I say x plus 1 by x is equal to 2, right? We need to find the value of what? ABC. So, I can say from here that x plus 1 by x is equal to 2. So, can I say x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0? It means x is equal to what? 1. And what is x in our case? ABC. Right? So, the value of ABC will be how much? 1. Understood? I hope this is clear to everyone. This was another interesting question. You just need to multiply them and plug in the value. Okay. Let's do the next one. 15th question. Find the least positive multiple of 7 which leaves a remainder of 4 when divided by 6, 9, 15 and 18. Okay. Now this number is actually not 36 to the power 4, it is 364. Okay. There is a typing error, but it is how much? 364. Alright. Now, if I take the LCM of all this number, which is 6, 9, 15 and 18. What is 6? 6 is actually equal to 2 into 3. 9 is what? 3 into 3. 15 is what? 3 into 5. And 18 is how much? 2 into 3 into 3. Okay, to find the LCM, what will I do? 3 is anyway there in all of them, so 3 will be coming once. 2 will be coming, 5 will be coming, right? 2 into 5, and also one more 3 will be coming, right? 2 into 5 and also one more 3 will be coming, right? Correct. So what is this? 10. 10 into 3 into 3 is how much? 90. Right? 90. So it's the number has to be what? 90k plus 4 type. Right? Because it leaves, which leaves a remainder of 4. Right? Which leaves a remainder of how much? 4 when divided by all of them. Right? So all of them will be dividing 90 and this 4 will not be divisible. So that's why the number will be of what type? 90k plus 4 type. Now I need to see what should be the minimum value of k, least positive value of k, for which, right, this number is divisible by what? 7. Right? So when I put k equal to 1, I'll get 94. When I put k equal to 2, I'll get 184. When I put k equal to 3, I'll get 274, and when I put k equal to 4, I'll get 364. Right? So I think more than this there is no value, and anyway 194 is not coming, so this will not be the answer. Right? So out of 94, 184, 274 and 364, we need to check which will be the answer. 94 is also not in the option, so I can think it is also eliminated. Now only 184 remains and 274 and 364. So if I divide 184 with 7, right, try to divide it, I'll get 14 and then 444, which is not possible. Then 274, if I also try to divide, I will get 21 and then 64. Again, it is also not divisible, right? And 364, if I try to divide, I'll get 51, right, 52. So this is what? 364 is actually 7 times of 52. So the correct answer in this case is how much? 364. Okay, which is option number 4. All right. A lot of you people must have got confused that how can 36 to the power 4 is the right answer. right? But this is not the right answer. The answer is 364. This 4 is in the number itself. Okay, now let's do the next question. When a positive integer x is divided by 47, the remainder is 11. Therefore, when x square is divided by 47, the remainder will be what? Okay, so again, what they are saying, when a positive integer x is divided by 47, right? So x is divided by 47, right, into some quotient k is giving me remainder as how much? 11, right? So can I say x is 47k plus 11 type number? Right, x is what? 47k plus 11 type number. If I square this, right, so what I'll get? X square equal to 47k plus 11 whole square, which means that 47 square k square plus 2 into 47k plus 121. Right, now what are they doing? They are dividing x square also with 47, right? X square also with 47. So dividing by 47. Right, now see, 47 will be cancelling out and 47 will be cancelling out. Means that these two numbers will be divisible by 47. But I need to check what will be the number when, remainder when 121 is divided by 47. So 121 divided by 47. So 47, I guess twice only it will be there, because thrice it is not possible. So twice will be 94, 94. 124 minus 94 will be the answer. Alright, so how much will be? It will be 27. It will be 27. So the answer will be what? 27. Understood? I hope this question is clear to everyone. The next, if the number 8a5146 is divisible by 88, what is the value of b to the power 8? Right? It is divisible by 88. Now, any number which is divisible by 88 should be divisible by what? It should be divisible by both 8 and 11, right? Both 8 and 11. Now, what is the divisibility test of 8? The divisibility test of 8 is that the last 3 digits should be divisible by 8, right? Last 3 digits. So, last 3 digits are here what? 460b, right? 46b. Okay. So, 46b has to be divisible by what? 8. And the second thing is that for 11, the sum of the digits at the odd places, the difference of the sum of the digits at the odd places and at the even places should be either 0 or should be divisible by 11, right? So what I'll do, I'll check what is the sum. So 8 plus 5 plus 4 plus b, right? So 9, it is 17 plus b, right? 17 plus b, and here also if I check a plus 1 plus 6, right? Yes. So a plus 1 plus 6, it should be either equal, right? If I try to get it equal, I will get 17, this is 6. So b is equal to a plus 10. There is one possibility, right? But this is one of the equation I am getting. Okay. Now 46b has to be divisible by 8, right? 46b has to be divisible by 8. Now, if I look carefully in the option, it is b to the power a, right? B to the power a, and obviously b and a will be natural numbers, right? So this and this cannot be the answer, right? This and this cannot be the answer. So either it will be this or this, because 81 is what? 81 is 3 to the power 4, and 64 is what? 4 to 4 cube, right? So either b is equal to 3 and a equal to 4, right? B is equal to 3 and a equal to 4, or b equal to 4 and a equal to 3. Okay, b equal to 3 and a. So let's check that, right? So first I'll check that b is equal to 3 and a equal to 4. If I do that, what I'll be getting? 17 plus 3 will be 20, and this is 4. So 20 minus 4 plus 1 plus 6. It will be how much? 11, right? So 20 minus 11 is 9, right? Which is not a multiple of 11. But if I take 4 cube, then it means that b is 4, right? B is 4, so 21 minus, this is what? 3 plus 1 plus 6. So it will be how much? 21 minus 10. So it is 11. I think this will be the answer. Let's check. if 46b is 46 into 464 is divisible by 8 or not, right? 464 is divisible by 8 also, correct? Yes. Why? Because this will be 58 times. Understood? So the correct answer is how much? 2, right? In this way also we can check, otherwise we have to just put the values and check what is the nearest value for B and A. But since they have given the option, we will be doing in this way. Okay. Okay, next. Next question. The value of 2 plus root 2 upon 1 upon 2 plus root 2 plus 2 minus root 2. Okay, so before solving this, I just need to first solve this 2, right? They both are conjugate of each other. Anyway, we don't need this information. We will just cross multiply. So if I cross multiply, I will be having 2 plus root 2 plus 2 minus root 2 plus 2 plus root 2 upon 2 square minus 2, right? This and this will cancel. So I'll have 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4 minus 2 is 2. So I'll have 2, right? So I can say it is 2 plus root 2 plus 2, which is 4 plus root 2. So the answer is what? Option 1. What is the answer? Option 1. All right, next question. Find the unit digit expression of expression 1046 to the power 147 minus 2045 to the power 127. Now 6 and 5, right? Sorry, 6 and 5 both has a cyclicity of 1, right? It means that whatever be the power of 6 and 5, the unit digit will be always 6 and 5. So this number will have 6 at the unit place. This number will have 5 at the unit place. 6 minus 5 will be equal to what? 1. Okay, this will be equal to what? 1. All right, so the answer is option 1. Next, find the greatest number which divides 196,154,84. Right? So I need to check, find out which number will be dividing this. Right? So first I need to check for 4. Okay. All right. In this kind of question, we'll start with the greatest number only. Right? What is the greatest number? 16. Now for 16, just like 2 and 2, 4, 8 and 16 also, last 4 digits should be divisible by 16. We'll check. So it will be how much? Last 4 digit will be how much? 5484, right? 5484. So for 5484, we need to see whether it is divisible by 16 or not, right? So 16. I'll divide with 2, so I'll get 2742, right? So I'll get 8 here. I'll divide with 2. I will get 1371, right? Here it will be 4. So it is not divisible by what? 16. It is not divisible by 16. Then I will try with what? 14. Okay. So for 14 I can try, but 14 will also be, because it involves 7, so we'll just wait for 14. Let's try for 4 and 8. So for 8, I need to check that last 3 digit whether it is divisible by 8 or not. Right? So 48 will be giving me 8 and 4 will not be divisible. So 8 is also not possible. 16 is also not possible. Now let's try for 4. For 4, it is divisible by 84. Right? 84 is divisible by 4. So 4 is a divisor. But is it the greatest divisor? We need to check for 14. Right? So for 14, 196,154,84 divided by what? 14. So if I divide with 2, I will get 987,742 divided by what? 7. Right? Now I need to check whether it is divisible by 7. See, 98 is divisible by 7, 77 is divisible by 7, and 42 is also divisible by 7. So yes, it will be divisible by 7, and hence 196515484 will be divisible by what? 14. Okay, so this is the correct answer for 20 question. I think we have finished all the objective type question. Now we'll be doing what? Integer type question. 5, 6, x, 3 to y is divisible by 18, then the least value of y is equal to what? Right, least value of y is equal to what? It is divisible by 18, so can I say that this number will be even because 18 is what? 2 and 9. Right, and the sum of the numbers should be divisible by 9 also. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Then x plus 3 plus 2 plus y should be what kind of number? 9k type number. Right, so I can say 11 plus 5, which is how much? 16. 16 plus x plus y is equal to 9k. So x plus y will be equal to what? 9k minus 16. Right, now I'll start putting the values of k. Okay, if I start putting the values of k, what I'll be getting? I'll be getting k is equal to 1. I can't put, so I will put k equal to 2. Right, if I put k equal to 2, I'll get x plus y is equal to 2. Right, so x plus y is equal to 2. If x plus y is equal to 2, right, it is possible that x can be 0 also and y can be 2, or y is 0 and x can be 2. Right, so we can say the number for the least value will be what? 0. Right, the least value will be what? 0. It means that 5, 6, 2, 3, 2, 0 will be divisible by what? 18. Will be divisible by what? 18. Right, let's check. So if I divide with 2, I'll be getting, or let's directly divide with 9, I guess. Right, let's directly divide with 9. So if it is divisible, we'll get the answer. Right, so 9, if I do 56, 9, it will be 54, so it is 6. So I'll get 22. For 22, it will be 18. 18 means 9. Then I'll be remainder, I'll be having 4. So 43. 43 will be having 36. Right, 36. Yes. 36, which is 4. Right, 4. And then I think it will be divisible. Okay. All right. Now, if p, q, r are distinct roots of x cube minus x square plus x minus 2, then find the value of p cube plus q cube plus r cube. Okay, this question is based on the concept of quadratic. Okay, and what is the concept? Right, say if its roots are p, q and r, I can say that p plus q plus r is equal to 1. Right, pq plus qr plus rq. Rp will be equal to minus 1, right, and PQR will be equal to 2, right, will be equal to 2. Now what are we looking to find? We are looking to find P cube plus Q cube plus R cube, right. Now what is P cube? P cube plus Q cube plus R cube is equal to what? 3PQR plus P plus Q plus R into P square plus Q square plus R square minus PQ minus QR minus RP, right, minus RP. Okay, now out of this we have the value of PQR, we have the value of P plus Q plus R, we have the value of PQ, QR and RP, but we don't have the value of P square plus Q square plus R square. So I need to find the value of first P square plus Q square plus R square. How will I find? I will square this. If I square, I'll get P square plus Q square plus R square plus 2PQ plus QR plus RP is equal to 1, right? And what is, we need to find this value. This is how much? 2 into minus 1. So I'll get P square plus Q square plus R square equal to 3. Right, now we have all the values. I will just plug in the value and let's see what the answer we get. So we'll get 3 into 2, right, plus P plus Q plus R is 1, then P square plus Q square is 3 minus of minus 1, right. So we'll get 6 plus 4, which is equal to 10. Right? This will be equal to what? 10. All right. Then x upon b minus c, b plus c minus 2a, and y c minus a, c plus a minus 2b, z a minus b, a plus b minus 2c. Right? So these are all in ratios, equal ratio. I need to find the value of x plus y plus z. I just need to equate all of them to, whenever this kind of question comes, you just equate them to all of them to what? Equal to k. So if all of them are equal to k, I can say that x is equal to b minus c, b plus c minus 2a into k. Y will be equal to c minus a, c plus a minus 2b into k. And z will be equal to a minus b, a plus b minus 2c into k. Right? Now, if x, y and z are this, you can see this equation is quite symmetric. Wherever there is place of b, there is c and a also, c and a, b, c. All is symmetric. Whenever this kind of question comes and it is symmetric, there is a very high chance that all of them addition will be giving me 0. Right? Will be giving me what? 0. And when you open this and expand and add them, you actually will get what? 0. Okay? So you can do it yourself. All of them will cancel out and your answer will be coming to be what? As 0. Okay? Next. Cube root of x plus 1 plus cube root of x minus 1 plus cube root of x plus 1 minus cube root of x minus 1 equal to 3. Then 7x equal to what? Okay. Now this is a clear case of componendo and dividendo. If this is what? A, this is b. Right? What is written? A plus b upon a minus b equal to 3. Right? A plus b upon a minus b equal to 3. If a plus b upon a minus b is equal to 3, I can apply C and D. Right? C and D. So I will get a upon b is equal to 3 plus 1. Right? And 3 minus 1. So I'll get a upon b is equal to 4 by 2. What is a upon b? A upon, which is equal to 2. Right? So what is a? A is cube root of x plus 1. Right? And if I send it here side, I'll get 2 into cube root of x minus 1. Right? Cube root of x minus 1. If I cube on both the side, I will get x plus 1 is equal to 8 into x minus 1. Right? So x plus 1 is equal to 8x minus 8. Alright. If it goes this side, this goes that side, I will get 9 is equal to 7x. So that is what they have asked. 7x will be equal to what? 9. Understood? 7x will be equal to 9. So this is the answer for the second last question. Now we have one more remaining. This is a very simple question. If x minus a is a factor of x cube minus a square x plus 2, then a is equal to what? If it is a factor, I can say its root, that is x is equal to a, will be giving me what? 0. So if I put a cube, I will be getting a cube minus a cube plus a plus 2 should be 0. Right? A cube and a cube will cancel. So you will directly what have? A equal to minus 2. Right? A equal to minus 2. Right? So these are all the 25 questions we have discussed. I hope all of you have got the questions, done the questions and got the answers for this. Right? Please mark the answers and solve it. If anyone of you have any doubt, right, and it is not clear in the class, then you can visit the center. Their doubt faculties will be available from 2 to 5. Okay? And you can clear the doubts with them. All right? So see you on next Saturday with the second worksheet. All right? Thank you very much, everyone.